In front of me is a Xiaomi TV Box S, and today I will be going over unboxing and just a quick look at the device itself. So this is the third generation of it, and we have 4K Ultra HD, bunch of applications that we have already, I believe, pre-installed on here, with some that are sounding kind of interesting, like the Xiaomi TV Plus. I'm not sure if this is some subscription that they offer or something like that. I haven't actually ever used anything like this. I do have a Xiaomi TV at home, but it definitely doesn't have Xiaomi TV Plus, 10 TV or whatever, and more apps plus, if that's even a feature, or general like statement that you can get more apps. So anyway, let's pop it open. Come on, come on. There we go. So here we have the little TV box, and yeah, that is a tiny little fella. That's what she said. In terms of ports, yeah, there's almost none. We have our power with the barrel plug, our HDMI for connecting it to the TV, and just a single SD, or not SD, what am I saying, the single USB port, which is usable. Anyway, below that we have our brick. Now this is a European one, barrel, non-detachable cable and all that stuff. A little bit of a shame. I'm not sure if this shouldn't actually have a Type-C port legally, but I could be wrong. And one more thing that I want to point out, if this was actually running a USB-C, it would mean that you could plug it into your TV probably, directly to a USB port. In terms of power, this uses apparently 10 watts. So it's 5.2 volts at 2.1 amps. So we're looking at a little closer to like 11 watts of power. So any kind of USB 3.1 should be able to provide this kind of power. So if they decided to go with Type-C, you could have actually just ditched the brick and plugged it in directly to your USB port on your TV. Additionally, it doesn't seem like this is a eARC port on here. So it means that it might not be controlling your TV, might not be controlling it, and vice versa. But I could be wrong. It could be that they just didn't have space to label it. It's just labeled as HDMI. Next, we have the remote control under here, and the HDMI cable, and remote control. Those are some damn clicky buttons. Okay, they didn't come with pre-included batteries like most devices do, so you got to get your own. Remote uses double AAA batteries, and on the remote we have the Netflix, Prime Videos, YouTube, and apps button, along with Xiaomi TV Plus, back, home, obviously the up, down, left and right, along with the center button for OK, navigation, microphone for just talking to it, and power button. That's about it. Very similar to the Xiaomi TV remote. The only difference is I didn't actually have the little label right here at the bottom for Xiaomi, and I did have something else on my remote control. I just don't recall what it was, but it was a little bit very similar remote, just tiny bit of a different layout. But anyway, the actual box itself comes with 32 gigabytes of built-in RAM, and if I can actually find this information as I was looking at it, where is it? Oh, there we go. So we have a quad-core processor. They don't really mention which quad-core. We have 32 gigs of storage, Wi-Fi 6, support for Dolby Vision and Atmos, HDR10+, and yeah, that's about it. We have Bluetooth and infrared remote. One thing that I actually want to point out, because this is very important, something that I learned when I was trying to set up my smart home, these remotes work in both ways. So they use infrared and Bluetooth. They use infrared only to turn on the device. So you turn it on with infrared, and the moment it turns on, it then catches to the Bluetooth signal, and the remote becomes a Bluetooth remote control. I don't know if turning it off is also infrared. It might not be, but just a heads up, if you're planning to, for instance, have some kind of IR blaster to control the box like that, it's only power on and off through infrared. For certain, it's on. I know that it's power on. Everything else is through Bluetooth, which you can, once the device is on, you can control it with, for instance, Google Home, as it is Google Box. So you have the application, you can then go into it, and it allows you to control it using a remote, a on-screen remote control on your phone. But you cannot turn it on through that application. At least that's how my TV works, which is also Xiaomi. So heads up for that. But in any case, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.